the secret bond. Once, in the serene and tranquil town of Enugu, lived a family that everyone respected. Mr. and Mrs. Okafo were compassionate, industrious parents, and their children, Amara and Marco, were the pride of their community. Amara, the eldest, was a bubbly girl with a grin that could brighten even the darkest moments. Marco, her reserved younger brother, followed her like a shadow. If Amara laughed, Marco chuckled too. If she cried, he dried her tears. They were inseparable. Their parents, always engrossed in work to support the family, often left Amara and Marco alone at home in the afternoons. Together, they played games, narrated stories, or simply sat in silence. At night, they shared a bed, whispering about their aspirations and anxieties. One afternoon, Marco dashed into Amara's room, his eyes sparkling with enthusiasm. "Amara, see what I've got," he exclaimed, holding up a sleek smartphone. Their father had purchased it for him recently. That day, Marco had taken the phone to school, where older students introduced him to mysterious corners of the internet, including sites meant exclusively for adults. "What is it?" Amara asked, curiosity sparkling in her eyes. "Come and see," Marco responded, climbing onto her bed. He unlocked the phone and showed her a video. The screen displayed peculiar scenes of adults doing things they didn't comprehend. At first, Amara frowned. "What are they doing?" she inquired. "I don't know," Marco said, giggling. "But it's funny. It makes me feel good. Let's watch more." "Me too. My body feels different," Amara admitted, her attention glued to the screen. What started as sheer curiosity quickly became a habit. They giggled, whispered, and shared this strange discovery. Each video evoked new emotions, confusion, intrigue, and a sensation they couldn't explain. This became their secret, a bond shared only between them. An innocent game takes a dark turn. Days turned into weeks, and their little secret grew. Each quiet afternoon, when their parents were away, they gathered around the phone. They soon began to mimic the actions they saw in the videos. One sunny afternoon, Marco leaned toward Amara and murmured, "Let's try what they're doing." Amara's heart raced. "What if Mama finds out?" she asked, her voice quivering. "She won't," Marco said confidently. "It's just you and me." Trusting him, Amara hesitated but eventually nodded. What started as an innocent game took a darker turn. They giggled nervously, experimenting while stopping whenever fear overtook them. Over time, their actions became routine. At night, sharing the same room and bed, they continued in silence while their parents remained oblivious. The secret deepens. Years passed, and their secret became a shadow that loomed over them. By the time Amara was 14 and Marco 12, the bond that had once been pure was now an anchor pulling them into murky depths. Amara, feeling guilt for the first time, whispered one night, "Marco, do you think this is wrong?" Marco, quiet for a moment, replied, "It's just us, Amara. No one else will know." The more they justified their actions, the tighter their secret bound them. What started as a game had now become a cycle they didn't know how to break. An unforgivable mistake. At 18, Amara met Chuka, a generous man who treated her like royalty. They quickly fell in love, and when Chuka proposed, Amara saw an escape from her past. "I can't do this anymore," she told Marco. "You can't leave me," he pleaded. "I have to," she whispered, her voice filled with determination. After their wedding, Amara began her new life, leaving Marco behind. However, happiness was fleeting. 3 years into her marriage, Amara struggled with infertility. Chuka suggested seeing a doctor. The truth came out, her womb had been irreparably damaged by repeated abortions during her youth. Amara finally confessed everything to her husband, parents, and Marco. A shattering revelation. As the family reeled from the confession, Mr. Okafo revealed another secret. "Marco isn't your biological brother," he admitted. Years ago, the couple adopted Marco to fulfill societal expectations of having a son. The revelation devastated everyone. Marco left, unable to cope with the truth. Chuka, unable to forgive the lies, also walked away. Amara was left alone, haunted by her choices and the scars they left behind. A lesson for families. The Okafo family, once revered, became a cautionary tale. Their story is a stark reminder of the dangers of secrets and the importance of guidance and communication within families. Parents, nurture and guide your children. Protect them not just from external dangers, but also from the perils within. Once trust is broken, rebuilding a family becomes an insurmountable task.